What's up, you guys? After Show Reacts here, and today I'm going to be reacting to some more Stargate Atlantis. This is Season 1, Episode 13. Well, let's get into the episode.
Okay, Lieutenant Ford, 599.
I don't care if it's a prime number or not.
Come on, yes or no?
Yeah, I don't
No.
care.
It's incredible. 10 for 10.
He is terrible.
So I suck at prime, not prime. Somehow I'm gonna sleep tonight.
At this point, it's gone way beyond you not knowing your prime numbers.
It's a true-false game. Statistically, just by guessing, you should be getting at least half of these right. 993.
Prime.
Oh, come on, that's an easy one. You hearing this, Hayes?
Not really. Guess I've been too busy doing my job.
We've already been through this section of Atlantis, Dr. Killjoy. It's structurally sound.
Lieutenant Ford, would you mind being a subject of research paper on statistical improbabilities?
This is some sort of payback for guys like me beating up guys like you in high school, right?
So, Rodney, what's it like out there in the suburbs today?
Essentially, with the exception of the upper-level storage room, which the lovely and talented Dumais informs me is in no immediate danger, this pier is in relatively good shape.
Even after all the flooding from the storm?
Well, it's dark, it's damp, and it smells terrible, but from an engineering standpoint, we're good.
Head back.
All right, you clowns, listen up. I don't often get a chance to say this, so savor it. Good work, boys and girls. Let's go home.
We're missing Johnson and Wagner.
Wagner, Johnson, what's your position?
They're coming at us!
What?
Where are they?
Down this corridor.
We're on our way! Johnson. Johnson, you okay? Johnson, what happened here?
They got him.
Who got him? Calm down, there's nothing here. I need a medical team down here. Stat!
It's no use. She's gone.
Well, that was a weird way to die.
So wait, what, we're just gonna stay here?
Yes.
That's the plan, yes.
May I say it's a terrible one?
No, you may not.
I think we should get the hell out of here.
If it is an airborne agent, we may already be infected. Heading back to the city would only endanger the rest of the population.
What if we're not infected yet?
There's no way of knowing.
But I feel fine. I feel perfectly fine!
End of discussion. Peterson, we're staying here. Actually, wait a second. Everyone follow me.
May I have everyone's attention, please? We have run into a questionable medical situation. For at least the next couple of hours, I need everyone to stay where they are.
Bring your radio.
Isn't this the same section Wagner and Johnson were exploring?
Yes?
So we're retracing their steps.
That's right. Don't worry. My motivations are based entirely on self-preservation.
Wait! Ford's right. Doesn't this increase our chances of getting infected?
All right. Let me spell this out for you, okay? If there is a bacterial agent and it is not airborne, then it should be relatively safe for us to look around as long as we take the proper precautions. However, if it is an airborne agent, then there's a very good chance we've already been infected.
Well, shouldn't we wait for Dr. Beckett to decide that?
Those men were only down there for 12 hours. Even if they were infected right away, that's an alarmingly short incubation period. Now, if anyone else is infected, as in, oh, I don't know, maybe us, seconds are gonna count, Lieutenant. All right, light. All right, everybody stay here. Ford.
You just told me that
Everybody except Ford stay here. You think I'm going in there by myself? Don't touch anything.
This is not good. I'm ranking military officer here.
Yes, I'm aware of that, Major. You were off radio and we had to act quickly. Now, this is all protocol that was put into place long before this expedition even began. Bates is here with me and we agreed this was the best plan of action.
All right. Kayla and I are coming up to join you.
We're in a self-regulated quarantine, Major. Everyone stays where they are.
You're nearly a mile away on the East Pier. Do you really think I'm in any sort of danger walking from here to the control room?
At this point, we don't know where they contracted
Just
the
listen.
This is a medical situation, John. Only authorized personnel in hazmat suits are allowed to roam freely. Those rules apply to everyone, including you.
Well, then get someone to bring me a hazmat suit.
Everyone in hazmat is busy configuring the lab to deal with a possible outbreak. Now, if an opportunity arises, I will send someone to come get you. But in the meantime, radio contact will have to do.
All right.
Weir, it's McKay.
Go ahead, Rodney.
Where's Beckett?
He's on his way. Take some time to load a whole medical team into suits.
Well, we seem to have stumbled across something that I find a little troubling.
That's not what I wanted to hear.
I think we may have found an ancient viral lab. Wagner and Johnson must have been exposed here. Now, it would take weeks to sift through all this data, and there's no way of knowing whether the ancients were just studying the viruses or actively creating them. Either way, the storm's done quite a number on this place, and I've got it. Dumais. Dumais? Dumais!
What the hell are you?
Okay, one shot she has blood and one shot she didn't have any at all.
Tell Beckett to pick up the pace. I've just lost another member of my team.
Where's Peterson?
What? Peterson?
He's trying to make his way back. It should be okay. Groden is locking all the doors in the hallway and killing power to the entire section.
You need to send someone to stop him.
He's under control, Rodney.
No, Elizabeth, it's not under control. He knows almost as much about ancient technology as I do. At the very most, what you're doing will just slow him down.
Where does that hallway lead?
Straight here.
Peterson? This is Elizabeth Weir. Can you hear me? I can't imagine how frightening this whole ordeal must be. But Dr. Beckett has reached the rest of your team and begun to treat them. Now, I think the best thing for you to do is to head back. If Beckett gives you a clean bill of health, we'll make sure you get back to the city as soon as possible. Are you sure he can hear me?
Positive.
Can you do anything to make it harder to get through those doors?
I can try.
Well, you seem perfectly fine.
To May seemed fine, right to the point where she wasn't.
I've had them set up a small field station down the corridor. We've already started the autopsies.
Any ideas?
From what we could tell, you're all in good shape, so I wouldn't jump to any...
Stop trying to convince me I'm fine, Carson. I think we all know better.
I was just trying
Are
to
we
make
done
sure...
here?
Yes.
Let me see what I can get from the database. Let me know what the autopsy shows up. And tell your pathologist to start with their heads.
Uh-oh.
Someone asked
What
me
if
to
instead of it being a virus,
We
it's
are
something
doing
that they just
something.
can't see and that's just
Groden's working
attacking
on a plan
the
to limit
people?
door controls.
That's not good enough. Someone has to go
I
out there
don't
and
know.
stop him. Taylor and I are ready.
Major, we've been...
Peterson obviously isn't thinking straight, and he's endangering the entire population of the city.
We don't yet know the nature of the virus we're dealing with. This is still a medical situation.
And we don't have time for this. I'm heading out.
Groden, seal the gym.
I mean, you could have gone through.
What the hell is this?
You said so yourself. You are the ranking military officer. I can't chance you getting infected.
I can't chance you getting infected. Bates,
Yes, sir.
unlock the gym.
Yes, sir.
Stand down, Bates. You are not in command here, Major.
Well, we'll agree to disagree. Bates, open the door.
Don't.
Elizabeth, he's heading right for you.
So we'll stop him. We'll talk him down. We'll block his way. We'll...
Sergeant Bates, I am ordering you to open up the doors between the gym and the med lab right now. We're heading out.
Taylor, you could have said something.
I'm sorry, ma'am.
Doesn't really matter now, does it?
You might have just endangered more
Dr.
people.
Beckett, I have the preliminary autopsy results on the first two victims, sir.
Anything of interest?
They both died of a ruptured saccular brain aneurysm, which in and itself isn't all that remarkable. I mean, sure, the chances of two people standing next to each other and dying of it is statistically improbable, yes. But it's not the smoking gun we were hoping for, because I know you said...
Get to the good part, Dr. Bureau.
Well, what is truly interesting is that both ruptures happened in exactly the same place, right above the visual cortex.
She did say brain aneurysm, right?
That's right.
It's the best news I've heard all day. Let me show you something.
You should not have undermined Dr. Weir's authority in front of Sergeant Bates.
Sometimes Elizabeth makes a decision early on and gets locked into it. That's a problem.
She is not the only one who suffers from that affliction.
Dr. Weir, this is Sheppard. Taylor and I are ready to head out. What's Peterson's location? Elizabeth. Elizabeth.
He's in section E19, level 3.
Let's head out.
I haven't read the entire entry because it's incredibly long, but this looks like our guy. 6-hour hibernation, reoccurring visions, and best of all, so I've left it till last, brain hemorrhage, or aneurysms.
That definitely sounds familiar.
Maybe there's something in here about how to... Sorry,
Rodney?
I've been seeing things.
Sit
Why?
down.
an hour. First
Why
you
is
use
it
your iPhone
longer
tricks on
for
you, but eventually
him
it
and the
gets
other
worse.
guy?
You too?
But the
Come right
girl
at you.
just all of a sudden died.
Just like a ghost.
I've been going over the survey schedule. Johnson and Wagner started off on their own, but then crossed paths with Dumais an hour later.
Dumais died almost exactly an hour after Johnson and Wagner. Who did they meet up with next?
A greater concern is who Dumais met up with next.
Dumais? Who'd she run into?
Me. She ran into Hayes. And me. We're next.
But this guy's still alive, like...
Dr. Peterson, I presume.
I'm not going back there.
You don't have much of a choice.
Why hasn't he had an aneurysm yet?
I go back there, I get infected, that's murder.
Once we ensure that you are not infected, you will be allowed back into the city. Until then, you are a threat to the rest of the population.
You remember, Gunky?
Peterson, you will not be allowed to go back to the city.
Wait a second! Take me back to the med lab. Just quarantine me there. I'll go voluntarily. Just please don't make me go back there. I feel perfectly fine.
Doctor, where
You
does
can see
Sheppard?
he's sweaty.
Peterson has agreed to go back to the med lab until we can get this situation resolved. Stop!
Oh no.
My God, is he alright?
And they're all infected now.
What's going on?
Ancient controls are unresponsive. I'm getting reports of Peterson transported into the mess hall.
For some reason we can't follow him.
The city has taken over. Put us into a lockdown.
Override it.
I can't. Atlantis must be designed to respond to outbreaks automatically. The city initiated a lockdown when Peterson transported out of the east side.
Why now? Why not when Johnson and Wagner became infected?
The city's detection systems might have been affected by the flooding in those areas. But once Peterson entered the mess hall, the pathogen was almost instantly detected by automated systems and the city protected itself.
All right, what are my options?
Limited. As of now, we're completely locked out of the mainframe.
Well, shit.
You know, the position of the rupture could explain the visions. Swelling in that area before the breakage could absolutely account for the hallucinations.
I'm no MD, but wouldn't brain swelling around the visual cortex just mean that we experience washes of color or weird visual anomalies?
It would depend on the person.
Yeah, that's my point. All of our visions are so similar. If they're the result of arterial swelling, wouldn't the visions we experience be more random?
Most likely.
Well, the things we're seeing are pretty damn identical.
And you think it might have something to do with the nature
There's
of
a
the...
good chance of that. No! They're coming right at us! Can't you see them?
His heart on his pipe, they're synchronized.
Don't say fine, he's not fine! Do something!
Nothing to do.
This Atlantis expedition's getting
1,
very
2,
small.
3, 4, 5.
Stop!
5.
It's not his heart, just stop.
How are you feeling?
Listen, I have a sister. We're not close. I don't even know how you'd find her.
Don't talk like that.
She's the only family I really have, so someone should tell her what happened. And, make it sound good, okay? Tell her I died saving someone. Kids. I died saving kids, a bunch of them. There's a link. I got some theories on looping the power in the gate to charge a dummy ZPM. It probably won't work, but you should have someone look at it, because it might lead somewhere else.
We'll look at it together.
Look, you seriously have to stop interrupting my last thoughts. I mean, this is important stuff you need to hear. Now, if you're here for more than a year, I've left some notes on how to roll blackouts to effectively maintain your power requirements, and tell everyone that I was inches away from a theory of unification, but the notes, they were lost when I died saving the kids. Yeah. I should be dead now.
You ran into Dumais at the same time?
Exactly the same time.
Then yes, you should be dead.
I'm still here.
Interesting.
Ancient gene immunity? I don't know.
Don't take this the wrong way, but...
Why?
Exactly.
Well, I don't care. I mean, I really don't care.
Okay, but it's important to know. For other people.
Is that what I think it is?
It's a nanovirus. One manufactured to kill humans.
Then why didn't it work on you?
A nanovirus.
That's right.
Okay, let's pretend I don't know exactly what that is.
Nanotechnology. It's technology that operates on a nanite scale. It's around a billionth of a millimeter.
Basically, they're microscopic machines that are able to carry out very specific tasks suited for their size.
It's the whole idea of being able to swallow a pill and having a million little robots go to work and cure whatever ails you.
You're all infected with microscopic machines?
Yeah, they're no bigger than a single-cell organism. Although instead of having a sole purpose of curing a disease or mending a blood vessel,
The virus is programmed to terrorize its victims by tapping into their visual cortex and then rupturing an artery in their brain.
infecting others along the way as they can.
Could it be Wraith?
That would definitely be my first guess.
I'm not so sure about that.
The show sounds you told me they make when
I'll
they...
give you that they're equally terrifying, but why would the Wraith even create the equivalent of WMD? They're killing us not because they sadistically want us dead, but because they need to consume us for food. It would be like the equivalent of cattle farmers creating mad cow disease. I don't buy it.
You did come across it in an ancient lab.
What, so wiping out the Wraith's food supply is a last-ditch consideration?
I don't believe that for a moment. The ancients would never create something like this.
It doesn't explain the visions either.
Okay, for the moment, who built the virus is really the least of our concerns.
Good point. There's only one thing that explains why I survived.
Rodney has the ancient gene, Hayes did not.
But Rodney's not an ancient.
Aye, but he's been inoculated with the ATA gene.
You're saying the virus is designed to only kill humans?
Well, I'm human.
Yes, we're making a point, Rodney.
So we give everyone the gene therapy.
It's not gonna do it.
I've already been given the gene weeks ago. It didn't take.
I know, I'm already on it.
If I was given the gene shot right now, how long would it take to kick in?
A minimum of 4 hours.
Well, I don't have 4 hours. I met up with McKay and Hayes 90 minutes after they met up with Dumais. I have a little under an hour before my brain explodes.
Aiden, listen to me. You've been up for almost 20 hours now. You're not thinking straight. Just try to stay calm.
Calm? You told me I have a million tiny robots running through my veins whose only purpose is to terrorize and kill me. You stay calm. We are infected, Carson. How do you expect us to act?
Okay.
It's gotta be another
Not
way.
like this.
I've already told you I am working on it.
What are you gonna do?
Well, small as they are, the nanovirus is still effectively just a machine run by a computer. The best way to knock out a computer is with an electromagnetic pulse. Thankfully, that's something we can do.
We're about through shutting down all the electronic gear we brought from Earth. We're still locked out of the ancient controls, though. There's no way to power them down.
Well, it's not going to be necessary. The ancient technology works differently than ours. An EM pulse shouldn't have any long-lasting effect on them.
We're ready.
Anything?
Is it possible it might take some time?
Doubtful. Are you still locked out of the ancient mainframe?
Got any other ideas?
29 minutes.
Okay, it's affecting these guys way quicker than it's affecting Ford.
It didn't work! It didn't work!
It is still unclear.
What's unclear? Either it worked or it didn't!
We are trying to determine...
She's gonna rip in it now or something.
Oh my god.
I've already tried that. It's blown.
That is before we reset the sub-switch.
Well, maybe we shouldn't have overloaded it so much.
It's fixable. We just need to use a little trial and error.
Look, even if we get this thing working, who's to say the pulse is gonna get any bigger? Ford and Zelink have 20 minutes before their arteries rupture. Are you sure an EMP will kill this thing?
Yes.
All right, I have an idea. What do you mean, no?
It's too dangerous.
You'd rather lose a third of our population.
We're not there yet, Major.
We are there! Ford and Zelink are next. The people in the mess hall have a little over 3 hours. This is a full-blown outbreak. People are gonna keep dying unless we do this.
Even if we were able to get the EMP generator back online, the chances are slim that we would ever be able to get it powerful enough.
Can we bring the infected to the generator?
We can't. The city won't let infected personnel through any of the doors.
The Major is right. The only way to create an EMP strong enough to wipe these little guys out is to...
Detonate a nuclear explosion in the atmosphere. Yes, I heard the first time.
I know it sounds severe, but if the Major was able to overload an aqueduct generator 20 miles above the city, we'd be perfectly safe from a radiological standpoint, and the ensuing blast would be capable of creating a devastating electromagnetic shockwave. Definitely enough to knock this virus out.
Hopefully without destroying all of our own computer equipment.
It's worth the risk.
Okay. You have a go.
You're only gonna have 30 seconds once you release it before it explodes. You need to get as far away as you can.
Get as far away from the nuclear explosion as possible. It's good advice, Rodney. Thanks.
You're welcome.
I'm Releasing the generator now.
Detonation in 25 seconds.
9, 3.
Major Sheppard, come in. Major, do you read me?
This is Sheppard. I've cleared the blast. I'm returning home.
Glad to hear it, Major.
Did it work?
We're about to find out.
We should know almost right away. The pulse only lasts a couple of microseconds, and then...
The city's already ahead of us, Rodney. You have a green light to return. We need to discuss what happened earlier.
Now?
That can never happen again.
Look, I'm sorry about...
I understand your expertise in military matters, and I agree that I should defer to those expertise in such situations.
Thank you.
But you are not the one who decides what is and what is not a military situation. Now, both General O'Neill and Colonel Sumner warned me that you don't respect the proper chain of command.
Well, sometimes I see a situation a little different than...
No, listen to me, John. You endangered yourself and the lives of many others.
Because I thought it was the best course of action to take. And by the way, I saved your ass.
I know you did.
But a guy died.
But you have to trust me.
I do.
Do you?
You guys have a minute? We've been able to spend some quality time with the nanovirus samples.
From what we can tell, they've all been incapacitated.
Well, that's good news.
Yes. Also, upon further investigation, I think we can rule out that they were created by the Wraith. They're different than any Wraith technology we've come across thus far.
If not the Wraith, then who made them?
I honestly don't know. But whoever they were, let's just hope that they're not still around.
Okay. Hey, what's up, you guys? Quick interruption here. As you are no doubt aware, these past few years have been tough on all of us. And there are some things that none of us can hide from. The cost of living, for instance, food and things like electricity, gas, and water have all gone up, and they continue to go up. Now, I don't really like to advertise this, but in order to afford keeping the lights on, the camera running, and to be able to provide you guys with new content like this very edit, for example, I feel I need to let you guys know about how you can help support the channel and myself. I have a Patreon that if you pledge to, you're helping support the channel, and in return you can get a vast amount of content that you wouldn't regularly get on YouTube, such as full unedited reactions to my regular content, a ton of other shows and movies that you probably don't even know that I've reacted to. A link to this can be found in the description below, and it really does help the channel by keeping me and my very cute cats alive. Think of the cats. If you're interested, you can also check out our website, which is also linked below. Perhaps there's some shows and movies there that you didn't even know that I reacted to, but you always wanted to see. Please know, pledging is entirely your own choice, of course. You're welcome to stay here on YouTube and wait for the edits to come out. No worries. I'm not going anywhere. More edits are coming. I understand not everyone is in the position to support creators, but any help is welcome. Anyways, thank you for your continued support, whether it's through YouTube or on Patreon. You guys are the best. Now please, enjoy the rest of the video. Alrighty, well that was Stargate Atlantis, Season 1, Episode 13. It was an alright episode. It was just, you know, your run-of-the-mill, like, plague-like episode. I don't know. Wasn't really for me, but I mean, not every episode's gonna be a banger, so it is what it is. But what did you guys think? Let me know, and I'll see you in the next one.